It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. Hello. We're back. I never seem to be on when I say I'm going to be on, but rather only when I don't say I'm going to be on. I'm going to show off my friend's enamel pin, her Mothman enamel pin. She's in the I don't know which way the camera is facing. So I got this from her first Kickstarter. Oh, how can I show it off so it can be seen? Let's see. Oh. Ooh la la. Shiny Mothman. And then she's doing more, and she's starting a shop. First of all, her link is below for her Twitch channel, where she does art streams and gaming streams, and and then now she's opening a enamel pin shop called Moth Wife on Etsy, and I don't have the link on there yet, but right now she's got these available for Mothman one, and I saw that a while back she was designing a Jackalope one, and since then I've seen that she's designed a whole bunch of non-cryptid ones, but that would be cool. I want to get all the cryptid ones that she does. Hi, What Love? How are you? I'm just coming on. I'm trying to convince a bunch of people to come on camera with me, but I don't know. No takers yet. But I'm about to start drawing. What are you up to? I thought I was going to be on yesterday, and then my schedule is so bad. I ended up sleeping all day, because I was up all night doing my day job. And I thought I could make it work anyway, but I didn't. I slept all day. Oh, look. Who's Tim the Nerd TV? Hi, Tim the Nerd TV. I'm doing well. How are you? Good to hear. Yeah. That's exciting. So I'm just drawing my first graphic novel here, Bonehead. This is page 92. It's probably closer to 100 than that or so. But I'm trying to figure out how to make a graphic novel. And you're on Twitch too. I neglect Twitch so much. I haven't signed into it in forever. I just hit the button that puts these streams over there. But it's just overwhelming to look at for me. I'm also streaming to YouTube at Wrangleshank. So I'm a little newer to Twitch. So for the most part, I try to do a page a day on this book. Though this month I haven't been doing all that great at it, but most days I get a page in. I also did. Oh, look, there's another person, Mr. Someone 1 2 3 4 4 6. And I did this today for and that person's on YouTube. I wonder if I know Mr. Someone personally, but I'm not sure. So that's my two-headed serpent that I posted to oh, thank you. Oh, my brother's asking for a StreamYard link. I think my brother wants to come on. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so good to me. And look how many people are in here. That's awesome. It's exciting. Out of curiosity, how did you come across this stream in the beginning? What Love and other new folks? Was it just like random clicking on it, or I wonder how people find this. And I hope okay, you're new. So I don't know you either. Cool. Okay. I do have a couple of my brothers who are talking about they're going to try and come on, which is cool. My one brother Liam, who was coming on my show a lot, he's trying to get a podcast going with us where we talk about stuff. And I don't know, we just go on YouTube and stream for an hour or so. I don't know. I don't know if I'm all that great at talking. Sometimes I'm better than other times. But that was part of the thing with me doing the streams all the time, was I was kind of trying to push myself out of my comfort zone and get better at talk. I have gotten a lot better at generating conversation out of nothing than I was 6 months ago. But you know, I still struggle here and there. Oh, here's somebody.
Hey.
Howdy do.
Howdy do.
Let's see. Is there a different layout? I like it.
When you do this, are you always drawing your comic, or are you just drawing whatever?
Yeah, I'm always just drawing my comic.
Okay, so all your other drawings that we see on Facebook and stuff is all just
That's all separate.
That's all just
That's just.
That just means
I was doing daily drawings on sketchbooks, but I never. I don't know. It's hard for me to make that happen daily now.
yeah.
But also, I want to say most days I get something, or I don't know. Not as often as I was doing it, but I am drawing like every day.
I was gonna say with all the drawings I see.
Huh?
Like I don't know. I mean, I literally just saw Allie commented on some drawing you did on that you posted on Facebook, and then I saw something in the group chat with the family, and then I come on here and you're drawing that. I'm like, dude, this motherfucker draws 24/7.
I wish.
Well, yeah, because that would mean you do it for a living, and that would be ideal.
One
day.
Yeah, that's what we're working toward, making a living at it. So what's new with you?
Just doing the do. Just working. I was sick yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was like fucking stomach flu sick.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of those rough, like, it literally only lasts 8 hours, and then you spend the next, like, 16 hours trying to recoup. You know?
Yeah.
And, like, also I had to, like, shovel my whole driveway. So I, like, get up. So Allie was sick, too. So I had to, so the whole time I'm sick, I'm, like, wake up at 3 a.m. puking. 5 comes around, and I'm in my head, like, I can't fall back asleep, and I'm like thinking about work. I'm supposed to be training somebody, and then 5 o'clock rolls around, 5:30, and I throw up again, and then I'm like, okay, I can't go to work, dude, because if it happens twice, that's something. So then I mean, I'm sure everyone just has their occasional morning puke. Or am I abnormal? It's usually probably something to do with my diet, but yeah, so then the second time I was like, no go. And then the whole time, like, I'm laying in bed, can't fall asleep. My mouth is super dry. I'm like, you know, my body's in, like, freaking shock. So I'm like, it's like, I don't know, can't get comfortable, not tough to breathe, like I have freaking COVID or something, but just like, you know, just trying to get comfortable. You take that deep breath, try and find your comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just all, and then I was just in my head like, okay. Because last time this happened, Ellie got me like blue Gatorades, and it was just kept bringing up blue Gatorades, and I'd drink it, and then like a half an hour later, I'd puke everything. But it was nice having the cold beverage with the electrolytes and stuff. I don't know. I was waiting for that, and then at like 7:38 rolls around, she gets up. I was like, how are you feeling? And she was like, I still feel like shit, because she felt like crap the night before. I'm like, fuck, because I knew right then I wasn't going to be getting no like pampered treatment. So I had no blue Gatorade. Just had to stick it out, and then I got up, and she was sleeping on the couch. I got up at like noon, and she was sleeping on the couch, and I had to clean up after the kids, because I was like, crap, she doesn't feel good. I'm at least not feeling shit, but I don't think I'm going to puke again. It was fun, dude. It was a fun day.
Yikes. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, dude, I was really tired today. Lack of energy. I mean, I didn't have a lot of nutrients yesterday, but I didn't want to haul off again. Even though maybe justified, but like, I mean, I didn't even really know how tired I was going to be. But once I finished my first job, and then I was like, I was just like, man, I'm going to be tired all day. Like, strongly tired is how I'm going to feel. And of course, I feel better now than I did throughout the whole day because I'm home. But I get home and I'm like squashing beef.
What's that?
That's a whole other story.
You're what?
Squashing beefs. This dude Dan, who's borrowing our car, got in an accident with it.
Oh no.
Yeah. So anytime shit like that happens, you know, something fucking happens and shit gets dumb, and then my new recommendation is don't let people do favors for you, and you don't do favors for people. Live your life. You can.
Don't do favors.
Huh?
That's your close buddy too, isn't he?
Yeah, it's whatever, dude. It's like you know, it all always comes down to people feeling a certain type of way, people feeling bad, people feeling insecure, fucking taking things the wrong way, misreading something, then speaking up about it. It's like, everyone slow the fuck down. You know?
Sure.
But we don't need to go on about that on your, on your thing. I'm just in podcast mode. I can do it all day.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. So, what number comic is this?
What number?
Huh?
This is page 92, but I was looking through my pages.
Because you have the one done that you printed.
What's that?
You have the one done that you printed. Right?
What the let me see. The My Neighbor's a Psychopath thing that I made a long time ago?
Yeah.
Years ago?
That wasn't Bonehead? That was, no?
Mm-mm. I haven't printed one yet. No, this is going to be one, like, 230-page book.
Oh, jeez. Wait, so did you already write the whole thing?
Yes.
Oh, we'll see.
Actually, I'm thinking of redoing the end a little bit. I have a...
Well, shit, I can imagine after, like, going through, writing the whole thing, then going through and drawing it, you know.
Well, I've drawn the whole book, too, so if I reread it, I'll have to redraw it a little bit, too. But, but yeah, I think I came up with a stronger ending.
That's good. I mean, that's gotta... See, that would be bad if you're like, wait, I should have done this. Like,
yeah.
With the ending, it's like you're kind of etched it all out, and then you're inking it, and then it's like you have a lot to think about. Kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing with, like, at the script stage, I didn't want to be I didn't want to. It took me a lot longer to write the script than I thought it would, than I was planning on it taking, and I kept it in mind that, like, you know, as I go, I'll just keep trying to make this book better and better. And after I drew the whole script, after I penciled the whole script, I came up with some scenes that I felt like the book needed, and I added those in, and I drew those too. But now I think I have a better ending, so I'm probably going to have to redo a handful of pages.
Oh, well,
but,
just...
Was that?
I said, oh, yeah, well, just at the end, though,
yeah. Yeah. The climax and the ending is going to probably change a little bit.
Gonna knock your socks off.
Here's hoping.
Dude, you should link up with the dude that makes, like, Dogman and Captain Underpants.
Oh, yeah, I bought Carson Captain Underpants and a Dogman book, and Dave Pilkey.
Oh, wait, where is that Captain Underpants book? I feel like I started reading that, and I didn't. When I read him the whole Dogman book, and then we got another one because we're at the store and randomly saw one, so that was cool. I mean, dude, he was cracking up because about those books, it's always like, because of how I read it and stuff, you know, I read it to him, and then it'll be like, you know, the one dad cat dude is like yelling at the other whatever people about whatever, you know. And they're like always yelling, and like he just loves that. So I'll be like reading it, I'll be like, hey, what are you doing? Get off of me! Like, they just love it, dude. Him and Genevieve are just like, think it's so funny. And then in the one, he like kind of like, he's like, what? Like saying something, and then he like slaps his head, like, oh my gosh, you know. And then I'm just like, as I'm reading it, I'm just like in character. So I'm like, I do the part, and they're just like cracking. Do that part again. Do that part again.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever read Captain Underpants when you were in elementary school?
Yeah, probably not like a crazy amount, but I remember reading it. Probably the first book.
Yeah,
I don't remember it so well or anything, but yeah, I definitely read it.
Because my fifth grade teacher had a bunch of really fun books in her little.
Who's your fifth grade teacher?
Her name was Miss. What do I want to say, Miss Chase? Does that sound right?
That was your fifth grade teacher?
Uh-huh.
That was my fifth grade teacher.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So that is her name.
Miss Chase, she had comics and shit. I know she played basketball.
Well, it was oh yeah, she did.
That's so funny when we're like fifth
I was
grade.
sure I had the wrong name, but
people had crushes on Miss Chase and Miss Messino.
yeah, that's right.
Yep. And the other one was like a ghoul of a woman. She taught history, so that she wasn't necessarily cool, but she was kind of known as like, oh, well, that one's a bitch.
But she had Captain Underpants. She had these books called Bartholrama. It was like a book series where every one centered around like boogers or snot, or boogers or puke, or like it would always involve like powers that the kid would get involving some bodily fluid and
like a fart flotation power.
Yeah, but it was like 5 specific bodily functions specifically, I remember. And then at the end of the book, they learn their lesson by means of a tornado of vomit or something. Yeah. And those were interesting to me. Those caught my attention. And then Captain Underpants caught my attention. And then, what else? She had a bunch of fun stuff. But
yeah, man, I'm trying to remember. I remember the little book area where the books were in your classroom.
And I found out that those Bartholrama books, they were by the same. It was under a pen name, but it was by the same person that wrote the Animorphs. You remember Animorphs, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really like Animorphs, but
No, I know, but Animorphs always reminded me of like Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Like if you would have told me that the guy who made Goosebumps, made Animorphs, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's time to wake up. Sorry.
Dude, this guy has more timers than anyone, dude. He's never late.
I know. I have to put them on all the time, otherwise I forget about stuff. But then I forget to turn them off.
Right. So. Well, always keeps you on your toes.
Yeah. Okay, that's the last one that's on tonight.
That's the last time for tonight. Is it fine if I smoke on here?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just chilling.
I was kind of tight about it another time when somebody was doing it, but I don't know. I've got some fish to fry. I got to do a show, and I don't know. It helps to have people on here. I don't know.
Well, it breaks up just drawing.
Yeah.
Well, you told me you were trying that you were doing it. You were asking Mom, but he's like trying to edit something that's all messed up.
Dude, yeah, I want to talk about that. So he's doing something with video, and I made a title sequence for the Nam Just thing that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
The little podcast that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I made like a little intro thing with his music because he wrote a song for the opening.
Yeah, I heard it.
It's pretty funny, and he's talking about changing the lyrics every time.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
everything is just like up in the air with everything,
Yeah, I know. But anyway, I'm trying to export it from After Effects.
Yeah.
And I can't do it. And Heather, our sister, looked it up at one point, and she's like, "Oh, you got to do it through this the media encoder." And I was like, "Oh, right," because I think that's kind of a newer thing, and I haven't used After Effects a great amount since that's been a thing. I guess maybe I have. I don't know, but so I did it through the media encoder. It's newer to me, but I've used it plenty of times and with no issues, and I tried it through that, and it keeps failing every time, and I don't know why. And
yeah, you're telling me there was a fucking. Hold on a second. I'm gonna leave and come back in because I just realized now my audio is coming through my phone and not my earbuds, which means my audio sounds.
I was thinking you sounded a little cloudy.
Yeah. I need to realize. Hold on.
Okay. So that's my brother Mike. My other brother Jimmy is talking about maybe coming in. He's the one that just had a birthday and just announced that he's having his 4th kid. But this guy, he's got 3 kids. All right, Mike's back.
Yep, audio's all good. Now, I wish I realized sooner. Yeah. Whatever. Life, huh?
Uh-huh.
Damn it. It's not supposed to happen. I'm a pro.
You're a pro. Let me see. I think so far since you've been back, you've been breaking up a little. Are you say something?
I'm breaking up, or is it talking?
Yeah. I think it's just a
say
little
something,
jumpy.
say something.
Okay, you're not breaking up, but
yours just sounded jumpy.
It was jumpy against the video, but I think you're good.
Yeah, man. That's the thing, man. StreamYard's good for what it is, but it's just like there's better options. And every time I'm on StreamYard, I diss it, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, StreamYard.
I just that's what I see everybody using.
Yeah, StreamYard a lot. Well, I'm sure it'll probably get better with time too. Then
That's what I've been seeing people using for at least 2 years.
Yeah, but do they have like intros and outros? Or is it always such a hassle?
Yeah.
I mean, this is questions that you ask the StreamYard FAQ.
What's that?
Which is the FAQ, which I never knew what that meant, but it's always called FAQ, and then you like go through these questions. What does that mean?
Frequently asked questions. FAQs.
Oh, no. Yeah. See? Hey, everyone's smart, okay? What does it say, fuck?
Yeah, you are glitching.
Damn, that was dumb.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to leave and come back one more time.
Okay. Let's see. I feel like Mike's always got drama to talk about, like being sick. He always gets like really into his own drama, like being sick and everything. I think it makes for good entertainment sometimes. Here he is.
I am.
Hello.
Better.
So far, so good, I think.
I mean, dude, I've been having internet issues, I guess. Well, not I guess, I have been. And I just realized I was connected to Wi-Fi, which it's like I got to run not on Wi-Fi because, so like our modem or router, whatever, I guess mine's both, but like, for the internet, a long time ago when we got it, Phil was like, Phil, he was like, when you pay your monthly bill, you're paying a fee for renting that. You should just buy it like I did, and then you won't get charged that fee. I mean, you're going to have it for multiple years anyway, so it'll pay, it'll pay itself off in a sense by not having to do the fees. I'm like, all right. So I told Allie to get this specific one because it had like, it was just ideal for like X amount of devices or like whatever. So she cheaped out and got the cheap one that was good for like 2 devices, or I don't know, even that's how they rate it, but it was just like, it was, around how many you should have. I don't know, just with, I don't know anything about computers, bandwidth, whatever. So she ended up getting the cheaper one, and now we're like starting to run into issues where our internet's dropping out, and it's like, we're streaming on our TV, we're streaming on our phones, not streaming, but we have internet on our TV, phones, our laptop, this, that, and the other thing, whatever else, my work phone, my work tablet, connect to my Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, there's too much stuff, and I think that's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh.
You know, Kim commented on our Nam Just video.
Who did?
Kim?
Oh, Kim Hebel.
Yeah.
Right. What was it about? What did she say?
I was dissing Indiana. She was
Oh, yeah. That's right.
she was clapping back.
I don't know. I haven't watched the video recording of us that he put up. I'm kind of afraid that it's. I'm afraid.
Yeah,
that
I mean, so was I. It's fine. It's fine. It took me a long time. It's fine. I totally understand why people don't watch their own podcast. Like, it's like no matter what, you can be like, yeah, I'm probably stupid. I'm probably dumb.
I haven't shared out the link anywhere yet because I'm
No, yeah, me neither. Dude, it's fine. It's whatever, dude. I mean, it's all a process. I'm just trying to be familiarized with it, and then you would be more confident in it. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't even know how to act half the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jimmy said, he's like, once you see up in the corner it says live, it changes everything.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, it's like subconsciously your mind's like, wait. But yeah.
Though I think, because part of me was like, I don't want all three of us to be talking over each other in the first one, so I kind of clammed up and was just listening, and I was actually drawing at the time because I had something to do shortly. Like I leave during, like, before it ends, like before you guys wrapped up. But
yeah, it's really hard with three people with the talking over. It's really hard.
But I felt like we did better in the second one that we recorded, and I talked
I didn't.
More.
Liam said he didn't like it. I didn't. I mean, I always have the feeling like, oh, it's not that good. So, but then my phone died at the end. It was just like, and we started all late, and then honestly, I felt like in that one, I felt like I wasn't saying anything the whole time. I felt like you were on point. But Liam's like, yeah, dude, I felt kind of like out of it because it ended up being so late, and it was just like all that shit wasn't working. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So I don't even know if that one's gonna be anything, which sucks. And then we did one, and then Jimmy's all mad. I guess, well, maybe not mad, but just like, oh, you didn't hit me up. But I mean, can you imagine 4 people?
Oh yeah. Well,
like
you guys did one with Jimmy, didn't you?
Yeah, because like I was like, we were like, oh, we could just throw him on. I mean, I guess he had told Liam that he doesn't got time for it.
Yeah.
You know, understandable, whatever, you know. But then he was like, oh, I don't know what he said, but then he was just like, oh, didn't hit me up or something like that. So like, let's do one, and then we did, and it was fine and all. But then Liam was editing it, and he said somehow like all this stuff got messed up. Dude, it was so funny though too, because he was trying to play some like this like what he was calling like a FedEx theme, like some piano thing, like I don't even know, just like for like a commercial or something, like FedEx, where packaging is everything, or you know what I'm saying? Like it was just like seemed like it was for like a little ad. But then I just started saying,
what do you mean? He was playing like music
on his keyboard, and it just sounded like for a commercial. My bad.
Okay.
And then I never explain anything fully. That's why it's so hard, because I'm like, I always just explain in the middle because I just assume everyone knows the thing I'm talking about in my head before I say it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a psychopath. But yeah, so then I was just like, as he's playing, I'm like, and now for the starting lineup of your United States President Joe, you know, I was like just doing a thing like that. Dude, it was like really just like didn't really fit the thing, but it's still funny with the thing. And but like he was going for one thing, and I just wish he played the Bulls theme. I would have nailed it. But I don't know. He said he went back because he went to finish editing it, and then he went back, and that was missing. Like a whole like chunks were missing that he didn't like edit out, but it's like that's all that was there. So now it's like missing some stuff that was actually probably kind of funny. So that stinks. So it's just whatever. I don't know. it's all going to be like not exactly how you want it till it is.
Yeah. Making anything is so time consuming, and it's like there's so many compromises you have to make along the way.
Yeah, and like, yeah, you're just like trial and erroring stuff too. So, I mean, just like any job, just like the job I do now, like you kind of learn while you're doing it. Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I be careful doing that because then this happens, and you're just kind of like fucking an episode up. But it's got to be like, I don't know.
Right. And then, yeah, like I was trying to make all this stuff for this show, and if I can't export things for Liam, like I can't even do stuff for my own channel.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a way.
I have that Jordan Peterson thing, but I wanted to have like all kinds of stuff to like throw into the show here and there.
Yeah. Just be like, all right, I'm going to do this long, boring part, color that, you know what I'm saying? And then be like, in the meantime, check this out. And then like play something and then like finish the like whatever. And then you can get back to the part where you're like kind of detailing something to explain or whatever. Or you have like a nice looking, you know, guest coming on your show. Then, like myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just great.
It's like Adobe. Come on. Like, I pay so much money to Adobe every month. Like I don't know how much money I pay to Adobe, but every month.
I think you know each other on at least you know him on a first name basis.
I paid them $230 or something like that, and it's like work. You should work.
Adobe. So for work for what?
Like it's like I can't export
and that's from
my video from the program, and then it's like and then I like look it up, and then I see other people that actually like do it for a living and like count on their paycheck for you know, from like working on Adobe software, and like, hey, this is due to a client in 4 hours, and I can't do it. And it's like, man, am I glad at least my stuff is just kind of frivolous and silly, and nobody's pounding on my door for it. But I don't know. Of course,
so how many?
I could just be. It just could be, you know, my own oversight. I'm gonna see if Tyler has any trouble exporting it. Anyway,
well, weren't you just saying that like you look it up and somebody else was saying that they needed, or were you just saying what?
I have seen that in the past. I saw that people were having. There is a common problem with that going on right now. It seems it could be. There's always room for it to be user error on my part, but I just feel like because I made that Jordan Peterson thing recently, I recall, like I'm pretty certain I'm doing it right, and it's just failing right away every time I try to export it. Anyway, you were saying something else?
I mean, plus you're like familiar with that stuff, so it's like it has to be how you do it.
Yeah,
because you've done stuff like that before. But was I saying something?
You were starting to jump in with something else, and then I kept talking about that.
Ellie distracted me. She wants me to come eat dinner with the fam.
Oh, but you're not going to, right?
She's cutting in on my me time. Oh boy, so fucking cold out.
Oh, I know. Well, it's
like I don't like moving in this type of weather.
What's that?
I don't like moving. Like in my car today, I'm like, we shouldn't have to work in this. Like talking to myself out loud, we shouldn't have to work when it's this cold. And quickly think in my head, well, if that was the case, everything would get fucked up. You know, if that was the rule, no one works. Yeah.
I
feel like having a pandemic or something, and just everything gets all messed up.
there's a
shit.
person in the
That's what it
audience
is.
who is in Quebec, and I think I was complaining about it being like 30 degrees at one point weeks ago, and they're like,
They
"Oh
showed
yeah,
you up.
it's negative 30 degrees here."
Oh, my God, dude, like a
I
polar
love
vortex.
30
Like,
degrees. 30
what do
degrees
you're not
is
used to
like-
polar vortexes? We have them all the time. That was like the worst winter we had like 2 winters ago when that polar vortex stint was. It was like the super
remember
cold, like
saying
negative 30 wind chill for like 7 days in a row. I don't even know how long it was in a row.
What was it?
Like the polar vortex, it was like, I don't know how long it lasted, but I was on call the week it happened.
Oh,
And I worked 83 hours that week. So
how cold did it get? I don't remember.
I don't know. It was probably
I
a
remember
negative
saying
40.
that a lot. Negative 40?
I mean, it was down there with like the wind chill and all that. I think, I don't know exactly. It was probably not negative 40, like on the freaking thing, but with the wind, it was negative or whatever. It was negative 40. So it was just, dude, it was so cold.
I feel like
Lights are freezing.
I feel like every year I can never remember what the year before was like. People always talk about like, oh yeah, well at least it's not as bad as last year, or like I wish it was last year again, or something like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I never remember how bad or good the winter was before.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it fucking sucks in the winter. It's fucking, sometimes it sucks in the summer. It's too hot. It was just like, oh, I fucking want it to be summer. And they're like, you hit a point in the summer, you're like, winter isn't that bad, but you'll just go about your merry, sunny business. But then, yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm always going to just like the winter. But I'll never move from here.
You'll never move?
No, not unless everyone in my family does.
Right.
I'll go where they go.
Yeah, I used to talk about moving to California when I was in college.
Yeah, I remember that.
I thought I was going to be an animator or something. And then I was like, I don't know. First of all, I think doing an art job for somebody else isn't going to be very satisfying to me, at least right now.
Right.
But so I'm doing my own art. But also, I don't want to leave my family behind.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the hardest part. Like, this job I'm working at now, they're like, you want to move? Because they're like trying to hit every state. They already cover a bunch of different states. So, I mean, you can move to a different state. We can work you out there. Right away, I'm like, oh, I can move to Florida. You know, good to know, but not going to do it.
Yeah. Mom and Dad are always kind of rumbling about moving out to Florida now.
Oh, Dad could use it. It'd be so much better on this guy. Huh? Well, it's just better for older people to be in the warm.
No.
And like Dad, you know, his knees are shot, so I mean
ain't gonna make it that good for him. Ain't gonna fix those knees. But
his knees depressed me. Also,
so sad.
Partly because it like I see him get up and he's like getting out of the car and walking around and he's like hobbling around like this like crippled man. And I'm like, that's so sad.
Yeah.
But then also my knees always bug me.
And I have bad knees too. My right knee is currently pretty messed up. But I bend on my knee, and how I bend down to work on the water heaters is on my right knee, so that's why.
Yeah, he was talking like last time I saw him a few days ago. He was talking about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna have to get my knees replaced soon. I'm thinking. I'm like, what? Like they cut out your knee bones and replace them with like plastic or something? He's like, oh, titanium. I don't know if he was truly correcting me there, but anyway, I'm just like, I can't imagine doing that. But I might be in the same boat before long, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
in 30 years.
You don't use them like he does, so he'd probably be.
I don't, but like how bad my knees are some days for no good reason. It's a fear of mine.
Yeah. No, yeah, me too. Mine is throat cancer, something to do like that. That's my fear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always thought I was gonna just like get that. That's how I'm gonna go. Isn't that weird? Not to mention I have that like thing that's going on inside my neck, but I could also like feel it going through my ear. I don't know what that is. I gotta go to the doctor again. The last time they said it was fine. Nothing. It'll go away.
This guy had throat cancer and got over it.
Oh,
right here.
Shout out to him.
Rob Paulson. He's a voice actor. He did like one of the Ninja Turtles. Well, he's done a Ninja Turtle in the recent.
How crazy! Like that's your job is to speak, and then you get that.
Yeah, I know. He was a Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. He was Yakko Warner in Animaniacs. Carl Weezer. He's all over the place.
He was just in the game.
What's that?
He was just in the game.
The game?
Well, I mean, he was just like in the voice game. Sounds like he's on all the shows we used to watch.
Yeah. He's still all over the place, but he had throat cancer and he got over it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to the doctor again soon, just to be like, just X-ray it or something. Because Jesus.
So what's going on with your throat?
It's just like this weird thing I can feel, like a pain when I like back up, which sounds dumb. Like, of course, what are you doing? But like, I used to have like neck issues from like the car accident I got into, and then so like this stretch where you just kind of like I'd push it on the back of my driver's seat, just because like you're supposed to put your hand there and kind of push back in your hand to work those muscles. But one day it just like was like hurting. It kind of helped the one issue, but then this started happening, and then it's never went away for like the last 7 months. So I don't know.
7 months, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen a doctor?
Probably 2 months after it happened, I had to wait 2 months for an appointment at the ear, nose, throat specialist, and he said, gave me a look over, checked everything, put a camera down my nostril to look down my throat. Yeah, and he said nothing, no cancers, no nothing.
Okay.
It's probably just something to do with a muscle. Recommended I go to physical therapy. So I've been trying to do like random stretches and stuff, and it's nothing. I'd rather have an X-ray so I have some sort of peace of mind. Thinking, I don't know. Yeah. We'll see one day. But shit. On that note, I kind of got to bail. On that sad note, just like I think I might have cancer. Whatever. They say it's nothing, but I'm gonna get checked again. Bye.
I don't know. I've always been the luckiest guy I know. Like whenever I get sick, it's barely sick. Whenever I think something's wrong with me, it goes away in a few days, or after a while.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Me too, usually, but not lately.
What's that?
Me too, usually, but not lately. All my injuries are lingering, and
yeah, stuff lasts a lot longer. Like I stubbed my toe and it hurt for literally like 5 months or so.
Oh, cool.
6 months.
Didn't mean to say cool, but I jammed my finger probably like 2 months ago, and the shit's still so fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's it fucking hurts when I bend it too far. I can bend it enough though for anything I need to do. That's the thing. Yeah. But it just lingers. I'm just like, dude, one day it's gonna stop, and I'm gonna be like,
30s are dumb.
And then I'm gonna twist my ankle and go. But anyway, man, I'm about to go eat dinner and chill with the fam for a little bit.
Okay.
But good talking to you.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for coming in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is only the second time I've been on, but I'll definitely come on more. I know you always send the invite, and I usually never come on, but
okay.
But yeah.
Were you with Liam
today?
Yeah, because you asked to, or I don't know, like you asked.
Oh, he told me on the phone. I was talking to him on the phone. And I was
Oh,
like, and I just thought about it, and then I was about to like
so
just
I
be
just
chilling
sent
for
it
a
to
second.
Junior
So
when you asked.
look at that.
Cool.
But yeah, man, keep it up, dude. Comic looks good.
Thanks, bro.
Ink looks fresh. I mean, it is fresh. I'm literally watching it happen, but.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Well, good talking to you.
Yep. I'll talk to you later.
Dinner. Adios.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya. Good to see you. No, I actually saw you.
Yeah.
All right, see ya. See ya.
See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya. Let's see. I just want to check something because my other brother was talking about maybe coming in, I think. Okay. Alrighty. So we did 2 out of 4 of these panels. So that's my brother Mike. Oh man, I've been doing this the whole time. I'm trying to show off my friend's enamel pin. My friend who goes by Catechus Flinch on Twitch, and her name's Kat Kane, and she just opened an Etsy shop called Moth Witch. I have a link to her Twitch channel in the description, where she does art streams and gaming streams. I don't know if she's been on lately. I used to get notifications, but like I say, I don't check out Twitch so much lately. But I think she's taken a break, but she's supposed to. She was talking about doing more streaming than before in the near future. And she's got really cool style. And she's going to start selling all these pin designs at her Moth Witch. No, I said Moth Witch. It's Moth Wife on Etsy. But I don't have the link for that down below yet. But so far right now, she's just got this on there. Last I saw. She's going to be putting new ones up soon. She is my buddy. She is my pal. Okay. I feel like that's the first time I've had. I could be wrong. I feel like that's the first time I've had a guest on my show in a long dang time. My other brother Liam was like my sidekick for a while. He was like always on the show. But he's actually editing a video right now that he was filming with Mike there and our other brother Jimmy. Too many brothers. So when I'm not sleeping and not streaming lately, what have I been up to? Oh man, I I talked about this, I guess not yesterday, but 2 days ago. I was reminded when my brother came on and he said, "Doing the do." My one of this artist this musician that I discovered along maybe 10 years ago, Betty Boo. She just put out her first single in 30 years, and it sounds really good. I love Betty Boo. And she was also saying she's working on like a couple albums that she's going to put out. She's just been doing like pop stuff for other artists, I guess, all this time. She kind of like stepped away from her solo career after her mother died, I guess, in the 90s. And she'd only put out 2 albums. And now she's going to be doing it again. And I was like, yeah. I'll buy any album she puts out. Her new single is called "Get Me to the Weekend," so I'm excited about that. Yeah, my brother reminded me of it when he said "Doing the Do" because she has a song called "Doing the Do." I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna check that out of curiosity because that album I'm not as familiar with. Let's see. Yep, "Doing the Do." I'm pretty sure that's her biggest single. That took a gnarly left turn. I'm gonna draw it correctly, and I'll wipe that out later. Why not now? I should probably let it dry for a second. That's a reason why I might not do it right now. How long have I been on? An hour. These pages fairly reliably take me 2 hours to draw. Though I was thinking, these days I miss where I don't end up getting on, it's usually because I can't set aside 2 hours for a stream of a page. But it's like I can take 15 minutes and do a stream, can't I? And do a panel or something. Why don't I do that? Sometimes it's out of laziness, I suppose, but I should do that. I can do a 15-minute stream. But sometimes just the prepping a stream is a bit daunting, if that makes sense. But I've also kind of streamlined that a bit lately. Though I think I used the wrong image for this one. I was gonna start doing like a night stream image and a day stream image. Though I used the day stream image for this one. And that's partly because I've been trying to get on and do a stream all day, but it kept getting pushed back farther. Like since this morning, I've been trying to do a stream. But then I finished that drawing that I started, and then all kinds of other stuff. I don't know, whatever else I ended up doing. Something that I've been doing a lot lately is taking naps. which I've never liked taking naps in my life because I always take whenever I try to take like a small nap, it always ends up being such a long nap that it's the least helpful thing I could do. It just eats too much of my day. And then, yeah, I inadvertently took a couple hour-long nap today, where about the time when I meant to be streaming. Then I talk about it, and I just sound like I'm making excuses for why I don't stream more. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try and hold myself to that. Just even if I can't get on for a long time, just do a quick short stream where I just do a panel. Because so far I've only drawn this book when I was streaming live, and I kind of want to do the whole thing live. But I can't always set aside 2 hours to do a page. But I should always be able to set aside 15 minutes to do a panel or something. Right? I don't know. It's worth a shot. Or phone. Okay. Speaking of excuses, one of my buddies that I had invited on before I went live today, he's like, I can't come on, I don't have a camera. I was like, your phone has a camera. My brother was just on his phone. Also, did I know about this? Let's see what he's sending me. Albuquerque Isotopes, which is a baseball team from The Simpsons. Now, wow. I don't know what I'm looking at. Now hiring game day staff. Apply now. Is it? I can't tell what I'm looking at. Yeah, all the pictures don't seem to have anything to do with that, so I don't know what I'm looking at. What are my friends doing? Is it? Don't think. Sorry, I'm texting my friends now. Okay. My brother did leave. What love? He went to eat dinner with his family. My my other brother. I was just trying to convince my buddy that he should come in with his allegedly crappy phone camera. Let me see. I'm going to try and guilt him into it. Your phone. Let me see. Your crappy phone camera could have filmed the movie Clerks, and no one would have noticed. Get in here. Okay. Let's see if that works. I like when my brother Mike gets all excited about like he's like if I don't know if you've ever seen Seinfeld, but he kind of reminds me of like George Costanza when he starts complaining about like little problems in his life, because he gets like real excited and chatty about them. And a lot of times it's like real small potatoes issues. But he's real passionate about it. Let's see if he ever responded, that guy. I didn't even know the Albuquerque isotopes were a thing. What are you talking about? Then why did you send me that? Okay. I'm just texting my friends. Okay. Later. If he's not gonna come in, later. Focus, Ryan. Focus. Okay, so I was starting to say something. I've been for a while now. I've been listening to the Scrubs rewatch podcast, called "Fake Doctors, Real Friends," with Zach Braff and Donald Faison, who played Turk and JD on Scrubs, and that got me watching Scrubs before I go to bed or while I'm drawing in my sketchbook. And then I've also been listening to the Always Sunny podcast where they rewatch episodes and talk about them. Always Sunny in Philadelphia one with the guys from Always Sunny, which is really entertaining. And then they just did a video episode, which was kind of exciting. And then it got me it got me, got me watching that show yesterday a little bit. I drew that sea serpent thing while I was watching Always Sunny yesterday. I drew it yesterday and I colored it today. Stuck my hand in some wet ink. My other brother was saying he might come in. I don't know. It's also, he was saying that he might come in here from the ride. I guess he's driving somewhere. Or him and his fiance are driving somewhere. But we're almost done here, I think. Right? Is this the next page? Yeah. I think I'm going to have fun with the next page. There's Bonehead's buddy, Mort, who is keeping lookout for him upstairs. Because they're not supposed to be in the building after hours, is the idea. And then this one guy catches them, or he catches Mort right when the elevator closes and Bonehead goes to the basement. And then in the next scene, Mort's like coming after the other guy named Neinerman, who's going to go tell on him. And then it's kind of funny. I don't think the funniest part is on the next page now. The funniest part is they like Mort finally tackles the other guy, and then the other guy wears glasses, right? He tackles him, and so he can't go anywhere. He takes his glasses off and throws them across the room, which would be a nightmare for me personally. Because I can't do anything without my glasses. One time, actually this has happened a couple times where I wake up in the morning and I don't know what I've done with my glasses, but I can't find them anywhere. And after looking, like this happened probably as recently as a few months ago, where I was like, they have to be in this room. They have to be in this room. And I couldn't find them anywhere where that would make any sense at all. For like an hour I was looking. And then after a while I was just like sitting on the floor, just incredibly depressed that I couldn't see well enough to do anything, but could not find my glasses. I didn't have like a backup thing. I was looking for a backup pair, like an old pair or something, and I couldn't find that even. And I was just depressed. I was like, what am I going to do? And eventually I found them. They had fallen into a hamper. But if I can, I should look into some LASIK surgery or something, because they kind of, just that alone scares me. And like, if I have 2 blind aunts, and I think like it would just comfort me to know that, because I also have people who have done LASIK and then they had to wear glasses again before long. But that doesn't, like, if that happened to me, as long as my vision wasn't as bad as it is now, that would be very comforting, I think. Do I have glasses to see from far away? Yeah, I can't see much past, like I think stuff starts to get blurry, like here. And let me see if I grab that book from earlier. I don't know if it's on the screen. I can't read it from here. I have to get this close. Pinky, I gotta tell you, dude, I got some bad news. Is it really bad, Rob? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, so I can read it from there, not from. I can kind of see it now from here. It's like here-ish. That's when stuff is problematic for me. So I have pretty bad vision. I first got glasses in second grade. So I was I think I was 8. Does that add up? Maybe 7, I guess. 7. Maybe it was 8. I feel like 8 is right. I had the same teacher for second and third grade. So sometimes I get those years mixed up, but I'm pretty sure I was 8. And let's see. Yeah, I was in third grade. But when I first found out I was going to need glasses, I started wearing my dad's all the time because I was like, well, I want to get used to it. But that wasn't a good idea to wear somebody else's prescription for long periods of time. So I'm sure that didn't do me any favors. Right out the gate. Okay, I just want to make sure I was drawing on screen. Yeah, so driving is certainly out of the question. And let me see. I forget, but just general everyday stuff. Like I can't, like I always know, like if I lose them, they've got to be usually in this room somewhere because I can't get too far comfortably. But you know what happens sometimes? Like if I drink too much, I'll set them down somewhere funny. And then leave myself to wonder the next morning where they got to. But it's usually I because I can't get too far without them, even when I'm drinking. Like I know I would never like go to the bathroom and leave them on the count, like by the sink or something, and then wander away and not notice. Like I would go back and get them because I can't see. So, but sometimes they end up in such a strange spot that I kind of go into panic mode. I thought, let's see. You got glasses to see from far away. the same as me, right? Like, because mine isn't technically 4 up close, but it's, yeah. So, like, it is so I can see far away. But it's getting narrower. Like now it's at this point it's real close to my face. But it's been that way for most of my life. And someone was telling me recently. Oh, do I see a chat on the chat on YouTube? It shows me comments with people on YouTube. Nobody's commented on YouTube for a while now, but I do. I see them all in one chat. Through StreamYard. Because like on YouTube, the live is great, but Twitch, it takes millions of years before. Oh, really? I did not know that. But yeah, I see them both come through in the same place. I wonder, like my brother's mentioned that a couple times where StreamYard, he thinks there's better things to stream through than StreamYard. For me, it's really the only thing I've heard of. So maybe I'll try looking into other ones. Maybe there's other ones that are a bit more streamlined and better to accommodate the kind of thing I'm doing here. Let's see. Yeah, I wonder if it's just an issue with StreamYard. When you talk on YouTube, it's on direct, but on Twitch. Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't know any of that. There's a delay on the Twitch stream. Interesting. That's good to know. So you've checked it out on YouTube? Oh, well, yeah, you just said. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. See if there's something that works better for both. So this is Bonehead getting back to the lab where he believes he lost. He believes he lost the ring in the vent, but outside this laboratory. where he was. So he goes back, but he gets there, and the security code thing has been melted off, which is good for him. He'll be able to get in. I don't think he would have been able to get in. I wonder what love if do you watch many other people? Have you noticed anything like that on any other channels? Oh, cool. I just saw that Tim the Nerd TV is now following me on Twitch. Thank you, Tim the Nerd TV. I appreciate it. On either way, I guess, have you noticed delay issues with anybody else at all? I just wondering if you felt compelled to check it out on any other channel. I don't know. I'm just wondering. Okay. Yeah, I'll see. I feel like there's got to be something that kind of serves Twitch a little better. If I don't know if StreamYard is necessarily the best, the most harmonious place to do a dual stream. Like I was telling my brother, it's just the only one I've heard of. So I'll check out other ones if I can. Let's see, there's the top of this box. So this thing's all melted. So I'm always talking about how I'm always listening to podcasts and watching TV shows. You know what I really need to be doing is getting back to reading. There's like all these books I have sitting around. I have 2 on my desk that I'm trying to, well, one that I'm trying to finish, one that I haven't started. And then I just tidied up my bookshelf today, and I put away like 3 or 4 that I'm hoping to get to, and like I've said before, they're all thin books that I should be able to read pretty quickly, including the one that I'm almost done with and have been almost done with for like months now. So maybe that's what I'll do tonight. I'll finish that book before I do anything else recreationally. The book I'm almost done with, that I've almost been done with forever, is the Screw Tape Letters by C.S. Lewis, which I really like. It's like a correspondence between a seasoned older uncle demon and his demon nephew that it's just letters from Screwtape, the uncle, and he's just responding to letters from his nephew where he's trying to coach him on how to be a more efficient demon, who's kind of like apparently talking about his demon schooling and like how he or training or whatever, and how he's handling a patient or a person here on Earth, and how he's handling his human, and it becomes like a it kind of becomes it's trying to discuss how to be a better Christian or a more effective Christian by example. I don't know, like it's like the book itself is making its points through the eyes of the opposition of which is Satan. In the, like it's kind of like making the opposing argument to make the argument. I don't know if that makes sense. I wasn't prepared to talk about it. But it's really interesting. I like that book a lot, but I've been on the last handful of pages for months. So I'm just going to make myself finish it tonight. That's what I'm going to do. That was a thing I was kind of intending to do more, is like get myself reading more again. Which I was reading a lot more maybe a couple years ago. And now mostly because I'm just drawing all the time, I've fallen away from it. Drawing and watching TV shows. I am watching a little too much TV for my own liking. That used to be so much of what I did, and then I finally fell away from so much. And I was pretty proud of myself. Like the amount of TV shows I would watch was getting kind of depressing to think about. But that was throughout my 20s, and then I Like, I was caught up on like every show except for like Game of Thrones and there's a bunch of like super popular shows that I would just never get into, but I would be caught up on like everything else. I think there's more details in the background here. But now I feel like I'm kind of sinking back into just looking for new stuff to watch all the time. And I'm just watching too much. For my own liking. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like I get, especially with streaming, it's like you can just watch whole series and get so wrapped up in them that it just becomes like a black hole of your time sometimes. Oops, I think that was supposed to be continued down there. And okay. What was I gonna fix earlier? There's a line I was gonna fix earlier that I don't think I ever did. Oh yeah, I see it. And then what was I gonna fix down here just a second ago? I don't like that so much. Maybe that's okay. But oh, I know. Wanted that chord to continue. Okay. It says lab. I just added this right before I came on. So I remembered I had written it on this door on another page. Lab 07. Okay. Just digging up the door. Oh, and I didn't carry it on down here. I always, like, whenever I'm, like, going through the pages, I always find lines that I missed that I have to finish up still. I should maybe do get that in a second. It'll work better if I let it dry. Okay, we're gonna give him a bit more oomph in some of these lines. And ding up this wall too. And make it a little more billowy. Oh, all off screen, right? Okay, what's the story of this page? So let me see. I think I just. Oh, no, I thought I put away the last pages. Let me see. So Bonehead, he was at that date with his girlfriend where he was going to ask her to marry him, even though she was like mad at him because he's always blowing her off and he was making her wait already. He realized he didn't have the ring, right? So he thinks he left it in the vents when he was in the vents earlier in the book. And so he's going to go back to the place he had it earlier. And he is going, he gets there, and his buddy is his supervisor at work. He's like, oh, you're going to need a key card to get in. And so he lets him in, and then he tells his buddy he needs him to keep lookout, and he bribes him into doing it. And then they go in. He's going back to the basement, but he wants his buddy to keep lookout for him, so he doesn't get in trouble, I guess. But then this guy sees him. This guy's kind of like a suck up to the boss, and he sees him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm telling." And then, is that the last page? Yeah. So that's the last page, and then we cut back to Bonehead, who's now in the basement, and he's looking for the laboratory that he was looking on in from the vents, because he wants to get back to that vent where he left his where he thinks he left his ring, his engagement ring. So that's what's going on now. And then on the next page, we're going to cut back to these guys where he's going to go chasing after this guy who's going to go tell on him. And this guy, like, he calls him some name, I think. And then he goes, "Can the trash talk?" And he throws it in his way and like takes out his legs with the trash can. And then he goes running off to go tell on him. So that's what's going to happen on the next one. And yeah, maybe it'll be a good story when I'm done. So that's all I got for right now. I should be on tomorrow evening, but you know how I am. Flaky as a flake. So I should be on tomorrow evening. We'll see. We'll see how I hold up on that promise. But I'll be back before long. Let's say that. Let's start saying that. I'll be back before long. But thank you for keeping me company, What Love, and thank you to Mike, who came in here and was chatting with me for a bit. And thank you to my new subscriber on Twitch, Tim the Nerd TV, and also who else was in the chat? Mr. Someone 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So happy to have you all. Hope I'm entertaining enough for the likes of you guys. I don't deserve your attention, but thank you. Goodbye, everybody. I'll be back before long.